So to get started, today's presenter is Sean Soth. Sean is president of High Fidelity Media Incorporated and has helped thousands of companies improve their marketing and event plans with niche audiences. With a focus on revenue and marketing development, Sean works with organizations to build the right marketing assets to improve customer relationships. Currently, Sean works with the American Academy of Audiology as community manager of the Audiology Solutions Network. As the only resource of its kind, the Audiology Solutions Network allows audiology professionals to share, explore, and better understand the products and service options in the marketplace. And with that, I'll hand the microphone over to Sean.
Thank you, Nick. Just wanted to make sure, can you hear me okay, Nick?
I can hear you fine, yeah, go ahead.
Perfect. Everyone, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Try to keep this brief. Today we're going to tackle 3 quick points in this presentation. We want to share the value in multi-channel marketing. Then we want to go ahead and take a quick tour of the Audiology Solutions Network so folks can get a better understanding of what the network will bring by the time it launches early December. And then lastly, we'll share the details of that launch plan. So thanks so much, and if you have any questions, I think Nick mentioned, please just go ahead and chat them to the host, and then we'll cover them at the end of the presentation. Let's get started. So as this slide shows, I think the benefit of association relationships is common purpose. Everyone wants access, and whether that's access to information, to peers, to new ideas. Associations provide that to its members and the suppliers who want to engage with those members. And in this case, the Academy provides incredible member value because it's an objective resource that gives these members information, connections, and opportunities to improve their careers and practices. The Academy continues to share these assets with an exceptional suite of existing media and education. I've just put a couple of the resources across the bottom of the screen. One of the primary starting points for the Audiology Solutions Network is with existing suppliers who are supporting Audiology Now as exhibitors next year in 2013. In fact, the Academy went ahead and provided all of our current exhibitors with a basic listing to get started. Well, the Audiology Solutions Network is set to join the family, so to speak, in early December. And as Nick mentioned in my intro, the goal will be to provide the Academy's audience with a year-round resource to explore product and service news, experience supplier events and updates, and engage new channels of content. And for suppliers, simply put, this is just going to be a new way for you to greet customers online, to have a storefront inside of the resource they trust most, the American Academy of Audiology. So let's talk a little bit about multi-channel marketing and why it's important. Marketers and media professionals are calling sort of the current stage of the internet as the age of the informed consumer. It's because there isn't just one marketing channel that moves the needle anymore. I think for most of us, particularly the folks who are seasoned exhibitors, and I know I've spoken with a lot of you since I've started speaking with some of the Audiology Now folks, but that exhibitor experience, you have a face-to-face interaction, you move the needle, so to speak, and from there you employ a variety of ways to engage that customer. Well, now our customers are actually becoming part of the buying experience, even controlling it. No one wants to be sold to anymore. So it's important that we provide our potential prospects and current customers a way to find us in a variety of areas, particularly where those customers are going. And in this case, they're leveraging their relationships within the American Academy of Audiology. informed consumers decide what gains their interest and drives their next action. And, you know, I personally, I'm a print guy, so I enjoy conferences, but I also love magazines. But if you speak with your customers, you'll find that they're searching on a variety of media. And we think that everyone should have an opportunity, whether they're a sophisticated marketer or a mom and pop shop, to be able to reach this consumer base on a regular basis with meaningful ideas and information. That's why in December, the Academy will launch the Audiology Solutions Network. It's the first and only tool of its kind that would allow advertisers to post category-specific profiles about their business that can include a variety of new marketing channels, whether that's graphic visuals or product pictures, direct links to certain parts of your website, even personnel profiles. So perhaps you have that all-star salesperson that a lot of the community at the Academy knows well. Here within the network, you can showcase these assets. And as our audience explores the network, which they could do 365 days a year and 24 hours a day, they'll be able to find, oh yeah, these are the things that make this company unique. So just real quickly, I thought we'd take a quick test drive. And welcome to the landing page of the Audiology Solutions Network. In early December, there will be a link in the navigation bar at the audiology.org, which is the website of the American Academy of Audiology, of course. And here you can see that the initial landing page is based on categories, industry categories. In fact, these are the same categories that many of the attendees at Audiology Now use to find you on the floor and start those great relationships. Here we've segmented them online. And just to show you what a quick category search might look like, I'm just going to search the whole guide. So some of you may have seen similar searches in other products and other categories where, you know, you've got your basic information of logo, what the company does, a brief description, even where they're located. In the Audiology Solutions Network, we will also have links to all of the social media assets that your company's using. And even if you're not engaged with social media yet, this is an excellent opportunity to take a peek at what some companies are doing to extend their footprint. I'll just go ahead and say that as a community manager, we love having those kind of conversations where we're exploring what's working for you individually as an organization. I've heard so many great stories about how folks are valuing their experience with the American Academy of Audiology. And now we have a real tool that we can look at and say, okay, what else can we do to help you reach customers and reach them year-round? So let's take a peek at our own homegrown profile, if you will. And before I leave the page, I just want to note that these listings at the top of the page, these are what we would call enhanced listings. We offer several enhanced packages. And these are all in beta right now. So when we launch in a couple of weeks, this list will look different. However, every single, as I mentioned, every single exhibitor at Audiology Now will start with a basic listing. And just to show folks on look like, the assets are a quick information snapshot, how they can get in touch with your point person. Again, this is the point person relative to Audiology Now. And then what categories of business you're in. And lastly, a portal frame inside of your website, which is searchable. I can search the website, but again, I'm not leaving the portal. I'm here within the Solutions Network. I'm able to glance and understand more about your business. But since I'm here to search a variety of topics and interests, I can just go ahead back to the supplier search, or if I wanted to, yes, I could link direct to your website as well. So right now I'm just going to show you our own homegrown profile, and bear with us because again we're still in beta until we launch, but I wanted to show you some of the what we may call the Cadillac or our impact package, all of the features here. So at the top of the page you'll notice that the Academy logo is highlighted. I've also got my website here, but the profile, and I'm just going to scroll down very briefly here. Profile's pretty deep. We've got a lot of different tools that we're utilizing here. The Academy, of course, reaches its members and its audience outside of membership in a variety of ways, and this profile does a great job of highlighting each of those. In fact, if I want to jump to any of the other areas of this profile, for instance, if I'm really hung up on case studies and white papers, maybe I want to come down and see what the Academy's been up to, or if this were your business, however your business is putting itself out there, whether that be brochures or potential case studies as well. Additionally, in this level of package, which we call our impact level, there's a graphic header which greets folks, and this is a great way to gain some visual impression here. I mean, this is really where you'd want a brand, and we've just put in here a quick graphic to show you what that might look like. A brief description of what the business or organization is about. And then, I've talked to so many folks online about how they're reaching audiologists on a regular basis. And sometimes I'll ask the question, what's the hardest thing about working with a new customer? And sometimes, those customers are working with a variety of decision makers. So they need to share the information or sell up, if you will, to perhaps their C-level suite. Well, here in the profiles, we've built this with the customer in mind. So here I can actually email my teammates different profiles if I want them to look at what's specific here. And you might say, well, why wouldn't they just go to our website? The reason is that this is where they're shopping. This is where they're trying to find resources. So this is where the customers are going. And if you're here, this is a great way for them to share your information. They can also share it socially in any of the different social networks that they may belong in. Whoops, excuse me. So here I have also highlighted our Connect area. This is where we would have all of our social media channels. The one that's not showing right now is YouTube, but you could also have your YouTube channel here. And if I were to click on any of these, again, I'm taken directly to, in this case, the Audiology Now page for the Academy. But this gives a great snapshot for folks who, are shopping or looking for new ideas, what you guys are doing at the forefront. What's the latest? And that's what social media is all about, being part of the community and sharing what is latest and greatest, and that's what we've designed here. You've got any of the options to connect with you through the major social media channels, and then we also have a Twitter preview. And again, everything is linked here, so I can click on any of these links to follow or understand what the conversation is about. Beyond social media, we have our products feature page here, and you can list any number of products on the sidebar here. But let's say, right now I'm going to take a look at Audiology Today as one of the Academy's product lines. If I click on this link, I'm taken directly to the Audiology Today portion of the website. However, if this was yours and you were promoting a new hearing aid release or perhaps a new machine or manufacturing model, a new phone system, here's a great way to show a snapshot of that phone or that hearing aid and provide a direct link to this audience so that they can find your products very quickly. Also, I'll just point out that these products also will show up in our Products tab, and I'll take a quick tour of that in just a few minutes. But basically, any products, if people are interested in searching products over categories, they have that option as well. Again, the network is designed based on the needs of the customer and how the customer is looking for information. if you remember the multi-channel approach, I think one of the strongest things for many of the businesses that I've been speaking to is their staff. In fact, I've heard a lot of great stories about how folks are, coming to Audiology Now for the 20th year in a row. They've had great success. They've invested with the Academy because of its value to their conversion process from a sales perspective. Here, if you had reps across the country, so for instance, I've worked with a lot of international firms in the audiology marketplace. So what if I had someone in the Northeast, someone in the Southeast, maybe someone in the Midwest? I could list them all here directly. Well, right now it's just Amy and I. And here, if I'm going to take a little quick dive into my profile, I can see, a little bit of background on myself in this case. I could send an email to Sean, or I can give him a quick call. I also can see what his time zone is, so I'm appropriately reaching out to him. And, this is a great way. So if you're coming back from Audiology Now, you've had a great show, lots of folks, right? So how do you follow up with these guys meaningfully? The network is a great tool for that, it's particularly if you've divided your sales team and your follow-up efforts amongst different geographic locations. So here I can list as many folks as I need to showcase my business. I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on this because right now my event is live, but any supplier, anyone who does an impact level profile has the ability to host an event just like the one you are attending or watching in our archive right now. And it's great for organizations who run regular webinars on different topics throughout the industry. I spoke with someone who runs a lot of demos of their product. I spoke with another person who had a great idea. They focus on some of the sessions at Audiology Now, and then they're thinking of creating a webinar that kind of like lessons learned from the conference. And I thought that was a great idea. Here's a great way where you can invite your own marketing list to a webcast or a demo. And again, it's under the context of the Audiology Solutions Network, which allows folks to understand, hey, these guys get me, Customers want to understand that we know their business, but they also want to make sure that we demonstrate subject matter expertise. And anyone that's going to post in the network has that involvement with the Academy and has that commonality with the audience that we'll be reaching 12 months a year. One of the most popular pieces of our profiles is our video. These are all from YouTube in this case. It's just, it plays in the portal. These are just a couple of videos from Audiology Now in this case. And as you can see, they play real time right in here. And I can share everything that you would normally do on YouTube. And I can also preview some of the other videos. And here we've only listed 3, but I've seen organizations list as many as a dozen. It just depends on how you're using these, and then you can select which one gets sort of the top billing, if you will. In the interest of time, I'm going to go a little quick here, but this is the image area. This would be great for company outings. In this case, I've just put up a couple of pictures, and I'm sorry they're a smaller size, of Audiology Now. But these could be, these could even be ads that you're running, for instance, in the program guide or Audiology Today. This way you're showing folks, hey, not only are we invested in the network and the association at large, but, we understand that you're finding resources through the conference or through the magazine. Here's a great way to share those ads that you're running here. You can put them in as images and let people actually browse your ad campaign, which is great. Documents. Best way to do this is have these externally linked back to your website. Again, this is a way for SEO to be indexed back to you, but if I were to click on either of these, I'd be taken to the association page that hosts these 2 documents. But this is a great area for company brochures, white papers, case studies, articles that you've written, anything that your team has authored to help accelerate your knowledge base in the audiology market. Great place for it. And, you know, anyone can search there, or you can actually lock this information so that in order for someone to see it or retrieve it, they have to sign in with you, which just requires that they provide their name and email. This is our one of my favorite features. It's our blog aggregate, and right now it's connected to the association's blog. Depending on how you have your blog or your feed set up, this would actually even show a preview message of each of these posts. But here I can directly link to any of the posts happening. So if you're a blogger, if you have a blogging team, I've met some organizations with more than one blog. Here's a great way to kind of share what your feed can do, so that someone's in a one-stop shop, gets everything they need to know about you. Now, fellow salespeople, rejoice, because this is one of those features that I absolutely adore. And I can tell you that, you know, one of the things that any customer wants to know is, who do I know that's worked with you? LinkedIn takes care of some of that for us. And I know a lot of folks leverage LinkedIn day in and day out when they're talking to new customers. Well, right away, this is recognizing that I'm signed into LinkedIn. It's recognizing that I'm connected with Amy, who is my colleague. You saw her up here at the top. But it also is telling me how else I'm connected to the other employees within this organization. And, you know, I can scroll through a little deeper dive here. I can follow the company directly. I can see, you know, why you would need to know new hires and promotions and changes. But, hey, LinkedIn gives you tools to really take a deep dive with every company that you work with. So it's a great little tool to kind of help accelerate that getting to know you process. And then lastly, this is that preview window of the website. And as you can see, I can explore the website in a variety of ways here, you know, and not leave the portal. And if I, just to show you, if I wanted to go directly to their website, here I am. So last but not least, just wanted to show you how, so this is a lot. You know, we just went through a lot of different assets that consumers will use to understand your business. Just a quick scroll through here. Geez, how hard is this? Well, I'm here to tell you it's incredibly easy. And just to give you a quick snapshot, this is what our garage, so to speak, looks like, how you're going to build or the anatomy of your profile here. And what most people seem to like to understand is how they would add content. So I'll show you very quickly. Here, we've broken it out in very simple steps. What's the name of the product? Give us an image. What's the description? And then how about a URL directly to the product? So just to show you what it might look like, if I could add a product here, give it a description, post a URL, and then I've added a whole new product suite. I could probably do these 4 products in about 8 minutes to get everything together and working appropriately. Videos are as easy, maybe even easier. If I want to add a video, I put the title in, put the existing URL, that share this link file right here, and hit upload, and I'm in business. I've added another profile or another video to my profile, rather. Images and documents are the exact same way. It's clean and simple and easy to use. Same goes with the people I want to add to my profile or any of the general appearance aspects. And if you ever get stuck, that's what a community manager is for, just to help you walk through best practices. And here's what this will look like. And as we get launched, you'll notice a lot of the other suppliers will have their own webcasts here. And this page will look like, you know, 8 or 9 of these at any given time, scrolling down the page for people to explore. So you'll have the benefit of some of the other folks in your industry, some of the other suppliers, inviting their customers to learn about different subject matter. They'll be coming to the network, so it won't just be Academy members. It's open to the entire audience of the audiology profession. And we're very excited to get this off the ground. I recommend that if you have an interest in taking a test drive, that you give me a quick call. Here's my contact information. And last but not least, when we go live with the launch, you'll see that Audiology Solutions Network.org will be prominently featured within the navigation of the Academy's website, and we'll have a link in upcoming Academy newsletters, Ads in Audiology Today, and of course regular press announcements. By the way, one thing I didn't touch on very deeply given the time, but I noticed that this industry, particularly many of the folks in this industry use press releases to get the information out about product updates. Well, now with your profile, you can add that as part of your content, even if you wanted to preview it as part of a product line or in a blog post. So, I mean, there's a variety of ways to get your message out there. And out of respect for time and given the upcoming holiday, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us. I wish you a happy and safe holiday. And with that, I'll open it up for any quick questions that you might have. I know that Nick's been keeping some of them in the chat box. Nick?
Yeah, we have a couple of questions, Sean. So one is related to the cost. The question is the cost for the entire year.
Yes, and I'm sorry I didn't get to give a good snapshot of that cost. So let me just show you. They're first off, basic listings are of no charge, and it's no charge to call us and talk through how if you needed some help organizing that listing. In fact, some of the exhibitors currently don't have categories selected, and it'd be great to understand, what's the best category for your business. However, these are our packages, and yes, the cost is for the entire year. So we've got 3 packages, and sort of the Cadillac that I had mentioned, the one that I reviewed, that's that impact level, was $2,500 for the entire year. And if you reserve your space before the end of the month, we take 20% off that rate. So we have a launch package special at each of these package levels. So it's 10% off the Alliance, 15% off the Performance, and 20% off the Impact. After we go live and launch on December, everything will be regular pricing. And you can see that this is linked, and happy to share this with anyone who wants to contact me directly.
Excellent. I have another question here. I think you touched a little bit upon it. We have many of these elements on our website. Can we just promote our website in the profile? This person asking.
Promoting your website in the profile is great, but keeping in mind that what the Audiology Solutions Network does is help you leverage assets that make you different. So, I think that a customer wants to know a little bit more about your organization than just what they might glean from your landing page of your website. Here, you're leveraging content, you're leveraging video, you're giving your company personality within this marketplace. And, the goal is to help folks better understand all of the ways that you are reaching out and extending your footprint within the audiology marketplace. That's something that a website can't do by itself. That's why with a profile, you can leverage those content headers, you can share your social media campaigns, and you can even give yourself a little bit of a social aspect with the images and some of the videos that we've got to add to the profiles as well. Plus, this is where they're shopping. They have to find you. So here is where they can find every category relative to their business, understand the updates and new events that are coming out from various suppliers across the globe, and last but not least, search by category for their interest. So it's a little different than just sharing the website.
Great. Thank you so much, Sean. I think looking at the time, we need to wrap up. You have any closing comments?
No, just thanks again. The Academy and the network, we're very excited to get everything up and going and appreciate everyone's time.